There are some units you walk into, and you just stop. Not because you forgot what you were there for, not because you're confused, but well, because you start glitching. Your brain just freezes. Like buffering, wheel spinning, system overload. It's trying to process too many things all at once, and none of them are good. This is case number 0025, the inspection. The floor was there, technically. You're listening to Filed and Deranged, Property Management's Classified Circus. Real incidents, one catastrophe at a time, where every story sounds unreal, until you realize it isn't. We've seen the files, we've read the reports. We tried to believe they were exaggerated. We were so wrong. Today's file, inspection required, immediate access needed. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Because we weren't. This one, we weren't quite prepared for. Act 1. Just another routine inspection. It always starts simple. Annual inspection, standard notice, nothing unusual. Tenant's been there a while. No major complaints, no recent work orders, which, in this industry, can mean one of two things. Everything's fine, or no one's looked inside in a while. Act 2. The first sign it's not normal. You get to the door. Knock. Wait. Knock again. No answer. You unlock it. You announce yourself. Maintenance. Maintenance. Scheduled inspection. And before the door is even fully open, it hits you. Not a smell you identify. A smell that introduces itself. Not trash. Not food. Not anything that says, "Oh yeah, I know what that is." Something layered, experienced, established, like it pays rent too. Act 3. Where did the floor go? You step inside, or at least you try to, because the floor has resigned. It's still technically there, but functionally, gone. Boxes, bags, piles with subpiles, stacks on stacks on stacks, stacks with structural ambition. There are levels, there are tiers, there is a system here. You are not part of it. There's a path, not a walkway, a negotiation. And you immediately realize one wrong step, you're not falling. You're being absorbed. And then you see it. Right in the middle of all of this, a single, perfectly clean chair. Not dusty, not buried, not even slightly out of place. Just sitting there. Like someone said, everything else can collapse into chaos. But this is where we sit. And somehow, that's the part that unsettles you the most. Because now you know, this isn't random. This is organized. Act 4. It's not contained. And here's where it shifts. Because if it stayed inside the unit, still bad, still a problem, but manageable. This isn't contained. You start noticing stains on shared walls, something seeping, air that feels shared. Neighbors who've been saying things like, "Yeah, we noticed a smell," Thought it was a trash chute. Wasn't sure. Oh, they were sure. They just didn't want to be right. Because this isn't just one unit anymore. This is a group project. Act 5. The structural reality. Then you look closer, and this is where it stops being overwhelming and starts being dangerous. This is where your brain stops making jokes. Weight. A lot of it. Paper, furniture, trash, water-soaked everything. Things that used to be things. All of it sitting in one place for a long time. And now you're not thinking, how do we clean this? You're thinking, is this floor okay? Because the piles, they're not just messy, they're committed. This isn't just clutter, this is mass. And suddenly, it's about load. It's about the structural integrity of the building. Act 6. This is not a lease conversation anymore. And this is the moment, the exact moment, where everyone silently agrees we are no longer just having a lease conversation. No one's talking about housekeeping. No one's talking about policy. Because this stopped being a lease issue and became a safety issue. Now we're talking fire risk, blocked exits, air quality, structural strain, and things. And by things, we mean rodents, pests, the kind that don't stay in one unit, the kind that don't ask permission, and people, the people on all sides of that wall. Closing act, what we're actually looking at. And that's the part that sticks, right? It didn't happen all at once. No one wakes up and says, you know what? Today feels like a full structural hazard kind of day. It builds, slowly, quietly, one item at a time. One decision to deal with it later, until later moves in permanently. And by the time someone opens the door, you're not looking at a mess. You're looking at something that's been quietly growing for a while. If you've got a story like this, where the facts didn't quite match the explanation, submit a case file at classifiedcircus.com. We'll take it from there. Lesson of the lease. If there's a path through the unit, it's probably not just clutter. And if the smell introduces itself before you do, it's definitely not just clutter. This episode is adapted from real housing inspection reports, health department citations, and fire safety cases involving hoarder units classified as safety hazards. Next time on Filed and Deranged, a maintenance request that should have been simple. Someone let them in because it made sense. That's the part that gets you. It did make sense at the time.